Welcome everybody at PPGYT People's Place Gym YouTube channel. My name is Ruben and I'm gonna take you through a hip sequence, so a hip mobility training. We're gonna open up everything around the hips, from our quads to the hamstrings to the glutes and the joint itself. We're gonna start off nice and easy, so you can lie down with me on your back. I want you to place your heel on the opposite knee, and we're just gonna push the knee in and out for 8 repetitions. This is my 5th. We're gonna go to the other side, just opening up the hips, warming them up a little bit before we get into the more heavy stretches. 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice. Now you can hold your knee and bring it towards the opposite shoulder. I'm gonna hold it for 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. And now we're gonna press the knee as far outwards as you can for 10 as well. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We go to the other side. First, pull the knee over to your opposite shoulder. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we're pressing the knee out. So we've done some internal and external rotation of the hip, slowly warming up the joint and the muscles around it. Yes, we're gonna sit on our bum and get into a lotus position. I want you to press your knees downwards while pressing your chest towards the ceiling. So we're gonna press the knee downwards as far as we can while pressing our chest as far to the ceiling as we can. 3, 2, 1. Good. We're going to continue to the inside of the legs and go to a frog position. Your feet can go sideways, the knees are wide, and we're going to push our hips backwards as far as we can. So the knees are wide, toes are backwards, and we're just going to press the hips back as far as you can to open up the adductors. We're also going to do 8 repetitions. On a exhale, we're pushing the hips backwards. If it's easy, we just open up the hips a bit more. Try to keep your back nice and neutral, so all the movement is coming from the hips and not from the lower back. This is number 7 for me. 1 more. You can lower your arms. We're just gonna hold this position for 10 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes. Then we're gonna get to the hip, more the hip flexor side of things. We're gonna get to a high plank position. Step your feet firmly to the front. I want you to press your hip as far forwards as you can. You can push the back heel backwards, so we get to that hip flexor. We hold this position. Now we're going to press the knee outwards as far as you can, still pushing the hip forwards. Hold the position for 10 as well. 2, 1. Then we're going to see if we can drop our body to the floor. Even look around a little bit. 2. We're going to do the same thing on the other side as well. High plank. Take a big step forwards. Just push your hip forwards as far as you can. You can move around a little to see if there are tight spots that you want to focus on today. Now we press the knee outwards as far as you can. And we're going to bring the body down to the floor. Again, you can move a bit, see for tight spots. Three, 2, 1, and we get out of the position. Now we're going to get onto our knees. I want you to place one foot to the side, and we're going to go to the adductor, which runs into our pelvic floor. We're going to put the feet twisted 90 degrees outwards. I'm going to push the knee as far over the toes as you can. If you get the feet super close, you won't feel any stretch at the adductor muscles. You can put it as far out as needed to find a good stretch on the inside of your legs. On a exhale, I want you to keep the body nice and still. If you have problems, you can grab your fingers around the waist, squeeze into your abdominals, and then press your abs into your fingers to maintain a neutral spine. This is number 4 for me. We're going to make 4 more. 5, 6, 7, and the last one. 8. Get to the other side. Feet out again. Find the spot or the distance between your knee and the heel where you feel the inside of the leg getting a nice stretch. On that exhale. And the last one. 8. Then we get to the bottom of our squat. I'm going to sit in a squat position. If you have problems sitting like this, you can put something underneath the heels so you don't need that much ankle mobility. In this position, we're first going to press the knee outwards. 5 repetitions on each side. You can block one knee with your shoulder or elbow and use your hand or elbow to press the knee out on the other side. Then we stay down and we go to internal rotation. I want you to bring the knee inwards and out. Number 2, 5 on each side. 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then we can bend ourselves forwards and extend ourselves as far as we can so we get to a extended spine position, still keeping the heels on the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Then we're going to go to some hip circles. I want you to get to a all-4 position where we're going to make the biggest circle possible with the upper leg in the socket of the hip itself. So it looks like this. I want your hands underneath the shoulder, knees underneath your hips. I want you to brace your core. So again, if you've got your fingers at the back, or thumb at the back, fingers to the front, press the pressure into those fingers and hold this pressure while we're gonna make circles with the hip itself. I don't want to see anything moving in the rest of the body, so no flexion or extension, neither sideways rotations. So first brace. Now I want you to imagine squeezing a tennis ball in between your calf and your hamstring. So bring that heel to your bum, hold that position. Then we're going to bring the knee as far upwards as you can without using any movement in the rest of the body. Then it goes as far to the side as you can without any movement to the front and to neutral. From there we do it the other side as well. Side, up, and down. We do twice more on each direction. Brace, up, side, neutral. Really tense your full body to prevent any movement except from in that hip. We go to the other side. All 4s. First brace. Squeeze that heel to your bum. Keep the calf connected to that hamstring. That's 1. Sideways, upwards to the back. That's 2. Now I was moving my body a bit too much, so really brace again. And number 3, forwards, sideways, upwards, backwards. And neutral. Very good. So then we get to our hip flexor, and we're going to do some more powerful stretches. So we're going to really use the muscles around the hips with 100% effort for the upcoming exercises. What we're going to do, we're going to get on one knee. I want you to squeeze your bum and your core firmly before pushing the hip forwards. We're going to aim for that hip flexor in this exercise. But if we don't squeeze our glutes and core firmly, we can come super far forwards. We want to fix everything around the hip so we really only get a stretch at that hip flexor. Now, once we found the stretch, I want you to imagine pulling the knee forwards, so in this direction, or pushing it backwards. What we're going to do first is I want you to push your knee as far forwards as you can. So give force into the floor without actually moving for 10 seconds straight after. We're going to push it backwards. We're going to find a little bit more motion in that muscle. So to start all over again, get in a neutral position, one knee, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the core, lean forwards until you feel the stretch. We're going to sit here for 10 seconds. Then we're going to pull the knee forwards as if we want to get the knee towards our chest without moving the rest of the body, but give everything you have. There we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push the knee backwards. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold this position, but don't give any force anymore. Try to slowly exhale to calm the body. Then we're going to pull the knee forwards again for 10 seconds. There we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And push it backwards. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And shake it off. We're going to get to the other side. Starting in neutral again. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your core. And push forwards until we find a stretch at that hip flexor. Once we found the stretch, we stay there. Again, dragging the knee forwards for 10 seconds. Then pushing it backwards, which will make it possible to come deeper in the stretch. So lengthen the flexor. We're going to do it twice. 10 seconds of pulling and pushing to open up that hip flexor step by step. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze the core, find the stretch. We're going to stay here for 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push it forwards. 10, 9, 8. Drag it forwards. 4, 3, 2, 1. Push the knee backwards. Keep the hip straight. 5, 4, 3. Push, push, push. 2, 1. Hold this. Big inhales, slow exhales to relax the body, which will relax the muscle, which will make it easier to stay in this deeper stretched position. We're going to pull the knee forwards again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And push it backwards. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we can get out. Shake it off. We've worked this muscle in the front, so we can even kick our leg a few times back and forth. But when you do it, make sure to brace the core, so we only use that hip flexor. 3, 2, 1. And we do it on the other side as well. As far back as you can. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then we're going to work, instead of extending, we're going to work to internal and external rotation of the hip, so your leg can actually rotate in the socket. We're going to open up that range by doing 90-90 stretches. Like the name says, we're going to get in a 90-90 position. I want your shin in line with the front side of the mat, and then we're going to bring the other shin in line with the side of the mat, resulting in a 90-degree angle in the ankle, in the knee, in the hip, in the knee, and back in the ankle. What we're going to do is we're going to get ourselves nice and tall, and I want you to lean forwards without rounding the spine until you find a nice stretch, and hold yourself in the position using your arms. Now I want my body in line with the front shin. The first 10 seconds, we're going to imagine there's a scale underneath our shin where we want to push as much pressure into. So we're actually pushing the full shin and the foot downwards in the floor. The next 10 seconds, we're going to try to lift the full shin, including the foot, upwards, which is impossible, but you will be able to pull yourself, so your chest closer to to the shin. We reached a bigger or a deeper stretch. We're going to stay there for 10, and then again we're going to push into the floor and pull ourselves even deeper in the stretch, which we're going to hold again for a couple of seconds before we're going to work the back leg. So we're going to get ourselves aligned, leaning forwards until you feel a nice stretch in that hip socket of the front hip. In this position, I want you to press the full foot and shin into the floor as hard as you can without moving the rest of the body. There we go. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull yourself towards the shin, straight back. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again. Controlled breaths. Keep your spine tall, so chest forwards. Relax the body, relax your nervous system, so the muscle will relax as well, allowing you to go even further in this stretch. We're going to get into the second round, pressing that shin into the floor. There we go. 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull yourself towards 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we stay in here. Again, control your breath. Good deep breaths, slow exhales. Last one, big inhale, slow exhale. Good. Then we're going to get to the back hip. We stay in the same position, so nothing changes in this 90-90 position, but now we're going to twist towards our rear heel. So the upper body is twisting towards this heel. You can put your arms on the floor to get you in a position where you find a stretch in the hip. So we twist and lean towards that back heel. If you find a stretch, you position yourself firmly so that the body cannot move anymore using your hands. Now we're going to do the same principle. We're going to press the full shin and foot into the floor for 10 seconds as hard as you can. So give everything you have. Then we're going to try to lift the heel and the shin off the floor as hard as you can, bringing our body closer towards that rear foot. So first, twist, lean in until you find the stretch. Position yourself, tall chest, so press it to the ceiling. We're going to start pushing down into the floor for 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And pull it towards yourself. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold yourself in this position using your hands. And use your breath to calm your nervous system and the muscles. Once we find we can relax a little in this position, we're going to press the full shin and foot into the floor again. One more breath. There we go. Push it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pull. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lock yourself in this position. Slow breaths. And this might look like nothing, but if you're doing it with me, these are intense stretches. One more breath. And we move out. Then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. You can move your legs a little if you like to see how it feels. As we've been stretching all the muscles involved with that internal and external rotation of these hips. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So again, finding a 90-90 position. To start off, get your body aligned with the front shin. Now get your body forwards as far as you can until you find a firm stretch. And then we're going to imagine that scale underneath the foot and the shin again to press into the floor as hard as you can for 10 seconds. There we go. The first presses. 10, 9, 8, 7. Give everything. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And pull the shin towards yourself. Get yourself forwards a little. 3, 2, 1. Controlled breaths. Keep your chest tall. So get your scaps into your back pockets. Get your chest pushing upwards. Slow breaths. And then we get into the second round. See if we can dive even deeper into this stretch. Press your shin and foot into that floor for 10 seconds. There we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And pull it towards yourself. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold. Deep breaths. Calming the body. Accepting the new range of that muscle. Last big breath. And exhale. Then we're going to move to our back hip. Keep the same position, 90 degrees. Twist the body, nice and tall. Lean into your back heel until you find a stretch around the hip. This is the starting position again. Then we're going to press our full foot and shin into the floor as hard as we can. And then try to lift your heel to your shoulder, which will result in you moving a bit closer to that rear heel. First 10 seconds, just like all the reps before this, push as hard as you can. There we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lock yourself in place using your arms. And use the breath to try and relax into this new position. And again, this doesn't look like anything, but I'm sweating at this moment because it's quite intense work. One more breath before we're going to push that shin and foot into the floor again. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And pull yourself in. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold this position with the arms. Relax, use the breath. Good. Then we can move out. Relax the muscles. We can again make some circles with the legs. To see how everything is doing after these stretches. We opened up quite a bit. Then we've worked on our hip flexors. We've worked mainly on all those glute muscles, piriformis muscle, to do the internal and external rotation, the adductors. Now we will go to our hamstring, which is also affecting the hip. We're going to get into a straight leg with our front leg and then a 90-90 position with the other one. We're going to get ourselves straight. Your knee is slightly bent, and we're going to push the heel into the floor and then try to bring your knee towards your chest, which will result in your chest getting closer to that thigh. The hamstring will lengthen. We're going to do it twice for 10 seconds, pushing into the floor, 10 seconds, pulling ourselves towards that thigh. So get yourself forwards until you feel a nice stretch in that hamstring. Soft knee. Yes, then we're going to pull into the floor, push into the floor. 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And pull in, pull yourself forwards. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold. You can use the arms. Controlled breaths. For the next round, you can choose to stay in this position. If you have a hard time sitting like this, you can also choose to get on one knee, soften up, and do it in a tall kneeling position. So it's an easier way to emphasize the hamstring. So if this first round was hard for you, you can join me in this position. Otherwise, we're going to push and pull in that 90-degree angle for the opposite hip. So soft knee. We are already in the stretch. Push your heel into the floor. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And try to bring your thigh to your chest. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lock yourself in place. And big breaths. Two more. Big inhale. Slow exhale. Good. Then we go to the other side. So we're gonna get our right leg in a 90-degree position, our left leg to the front. Get yourself in this position, soft knee, toes towards yourself, lean forwards until you find the stretch. Now we're gonna push the heel into the floor. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pull yourself forwards. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, if you struggled or didn't find a good stretch in the hamstring, you can get on one knee, otherwise stay in there, pull your toe, soft knee, lean forwards. Two breaths, and then we're going to push the heel into the floor. There we go. 10, 9, 8, down, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and control breaths. Two more, big inhale, slow exhale. And the last one, big fat inhale, slow exhale. Good. So by doing all these stretches, we worked all the muscles around our thigh and hip. Now we're just gonna loosely move the upper thigh into the socket and engage all the muscles we've been stretching to finish off this flexibility routine. We're gonna get back into your 90-degree position, 90-90. Align. Now we're gonna bring this knee upwards as far as you can without the other one following. At one point, you will not be able to hold this one down, and it will follow the other. You can support yourself with the arms, keep your chest tall, and then we will get into the other side. Now we do the other thing, up, keep it down as long as you can, keep the distance as big as possible, and get to the other side. I'm going to do it once more. Tall chest. And back. Distance as big as possible. Now you can pull your heel slightly in. We're going to lift ourselves upwards. Drop down, and then we get to the other side. Lift ourselves upwards using the glute. Now we don't have the 90-degree angle anymore, at least I don't. If you're more flexible or stronger than me, then you can try to keep your shin as far out as possible. We're going to internally rotate, lift using the hips. Once more on each side. Then we've done a nice stretch routine for our hips. I hope you liked it. Check out the PPG YT for other stretch routines, or couple some cardio and strength together for a more calorie burning exercise workout. Thank you guys very much. I was Ruben. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I see you around next time.